Hey guys, we are back with some more Vegas Golden Knights Eastside Hockey Manager. And in the last one, Marc-Andre Fleury announced his soon-to-come retirement at the end of the season. So we're going to have to worry about that. But for right now, there's really not a whole lot of other things to worry about. So for right now, we're just going to try to get through the rest of the season here. As, we're going to get out of the screen here. That is the draft. And as I said, let's try to get through the rest of the season. I don't know, is this year going to be an Olympics year? I don't think so. I think that's next year, isn't it? Yeah, that would be next year. Okay. So Player of the Month is Leon Draisaitl for January, and then Rookie of the Month is Kirill Kaprizov of Minnesota. And then the Defensive Player of the Month is Andrei Vasilevsky. Nothing after that. Let's keep going here into February of year number 4. Game on the 3rd against the Flames. Board confidence update. They are pleased. Ryland Fitzpatrick is out for 10 days. That's unfortunate for him. One of our prospects there. Hopefully he heals up pretty quickly. And going into February 3rd here against the Flames. Hold on. What's going on here? Reiko Polkinen has resumed practice from his bruised ribs. All right, that's good to know. Nothing after that. All right, so let's just make sure that everyone who's supposed to be in there is in, and I believe so. Yep, nurse is scratched. All right, we're all good. And actually, I'm going to get Fleury out of there for a little bit. He's been playing a significant amount of games recently, so even though it is his final season, we're going to give him a little bit of a break. Don't want him going injured into his retirement. So, game against the Flames here. They're 12th in the conference as well, so this is a good game to get Condon in there. And of course, it is a 4-3 loss. So hopefully we don't get a whole lot of those. We'll keep Condon in for one more game, and they'll get Flower back in. So Lazaro is injured for 3 weeks with a hip flexor strain. That is not good. Yikes! I mean, is that his second injury so far this season? Let's see. No, that's. Oh yeah. He got injured at the beginning of the season with a sprained wrist. So yeah, that's technically his second injury and his first major one. So that's unfortunate for him. And we're going to have to scratch him, and we'll have to call up someone from the AHL here. So let's go by selection, average rating. Carl Forss, 37 goals in 42 games. My goodness. I mean, I would call this guy up, but from past experience, it's best if prospects in this game get 1 year of development in the AHL at least. So I'm going to leave Forrest down there for the rest of the year. But, man, he's looking very, very good so far. 37 goals in 42 games. Unreal. Okay, so Suzuki, I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself down here. I don't know how well he did in the NHL. Yeah, 644. I'll give him another chance in the NHL here. I mean, it's not like... it's going to hurt us too much. Because I don't think that, what's his name? Lazaro was doing too well anyway. Yeah, no, he was at a 667. So it's not like it's that much of a downgrade either. So has Condon played 2 games? No, not yet. He's got to play this game against the Stars, and then we'll get Flower back in there for the game after against the Jets. Okay, so nothing going on here. Game against the Stars, that is going to be an overtime loss with goals by Veleno and Saboka. I was about to say Silverberg, but nonetheless, that is a loss, but still got a point out of it, so I can't complain too much. Nothing going on here. And let's see, we'll get Flower back in, and we'll take Flower up to, he should be good for up to the end of the month, and then we'll get Condon back in there. I want to play Flower as much as possible, obviously, this being his last season in the NHL. Game against the Jets, we're going to take a 2-0 lead going into the second period. There you go. And third period, goals by Teemu Pulkkinen, Brandstrom, and Joe Veleno for the 3-1 victory over Winnipeg, who are 26-20-5. Currently sitting 6th in the Western Conference are the Winnipeg Jets. Nothing going on here. And a 4-3 win for the Predators there. And a 6-4 win for your Golden Knights over the Capitals with goals by Reiko Polkinen, Carlson, Marchessault, Veleno, Silverberg, and Marchessault. 4-3 win for the Canucks over the Panthers. And a 3-2 win for the Coyotes over the Kings. What's going on here? Krug deal rumored. No, there's not any Krug deal going on as far as I'm aware. And the Wild with a 4-3 win over the Senators, who are currently, it looks like, last in the NHL with a record of 15-32-6. Anything going on here? Nope. 3-2 win for the Ducks over the Canadiens. 4-3 win for the Panthers over the Oilers. 3-0 win for the Blues over the Rangers. Nothing going on here. Game against the Penguins. Flowers' old team, and we get the 3-2 overtime win with goals by Reiko Polkinen, Carlson, and Joe Veleno. So those two are on fire recently, Polkinen and Joe Veleno. And anything going on here? Tolvanen, we don't care about him. Career milestone for Panarin, 200th career NHL assist. Very nice for him. Anything going on here for us? No, doesn't look like it. Rangers with a 5-1 win over the Senators. 3-2 win for the Oilers over the Kings. Player of the week is Jamie Benn, and the defensive player of the week is Ross McDougall of the Penguins. Nothing going on here for us. Game against the Sharks. Easy 5-2 victory against the 15th ranked team in the Western Conference with goals by Panarin, 2 by Panarin, Marchessault, Riley Smith, and Joe Veleno, continuing his hot streak. 4-2 win for the Panthers over the Canucks. And we have a game against the Flyers here coming up. Veleno scores another. Yeah, I would imagine, has a goal in each of his last 5 games. That is pretty impressive for him. 3-2 win for the Oilers over the Ducks. 4-3 win for the Stars over the Avalanche. Anything going on for us here? No, it does not look like it. No games here either for us. 5-3 win for the Sabres over the Blackhawks and a 5-1 win for the Canadiens over the Red Wings. Nothing going on here for us. Game against the Flyers, a 5-2 loss. Goes by Veleno and Reiko Polkinen. Teemu Polkinen with the assist on Reiko Polkinen's goal, but Voracek scores twice. Zadina, Giroux, and Couturier with the goals to put us away 5-2. 4-1 win for the Flames over the Islanders. Lazar resumes light practice, so he'll be back soon. Career milestone for Joe Veleno. He has 100 career NHL points. That's what I'm talking about there, Joe. Good job. In 113 games, I might add. That is that's pretty impressive. He's got that average rating of 736. He is definitely going to be a key player for the Golden Knights going forward. There's nothing else happening here. Let's continue. 4-3 overtime win for the Coyotes over the Wild. And a 4-1 win for the Bruins. Nothing going on here. Game against the Wild, 4-2 victory. Goals by Veleno once again, Silverberg, Suzuki, and Panarin. So, Veleno, man. I mean, look at that. Goals stretching all the way back to Dallas. What a guy. So, that's impressive right there for sure. I mean, goodness. Fleury's injured, so that's unfortunate. Well, cut hand. There's no point in taking him out for that. I'll leave him in there. Honestly, he's gonna heal by the next day. I don't know why that injury is in this game. It's such a pointless injury. Cut hand, bruised finger. All those injuries are incredibly pointless. Player of the week, Jamie Benn, offensive player of the week as well. Defensive player of the week, Michael Neuwirth of the Flyers. And nothing else going on here. Game against the Oilers, that is a 5-2 victory with goals by Carlson, Fasching, Panarin, Silverberg, and Marchessault. So Veleno's goal-scoring streak is over, but nonetheless, 7-game goal-scoring streak, very impressive, especially for a playmaker like him. A few days before the trade deadline now, I don't think we're going to be making any trades because, honestly, we seem to be, for the most part, on automatic because we have all these guys like Panarin, Marchessault, Smith, Krug, Silverberg, Veleno, Theodore, Condon even, Miller, Reiko Polkinen, Fleury, Brandstrom, Teemu Polkinen, Carlson, Carrier, Fasching, all simulating very well. If you're above a 7 in this game, that means you're simulating well. Even York, he's at a 696, so he's pretty much there. Same thing with Hogg, 693. Lazaro's injured. He will be back soon. Suzuki, he's got that average rating up from before. I think he was at like a 640, somewhere around there, so he's getting better. Saboka, I mean, that's unfortunate, but he was just a replacement for Adam Lowry, who was on a bad contract, so we'll be letting him go at the end of the season, and Darnell Nurse, who has not played a game in quite some time. So, yeah, we're just going to, I think, go ahead here, because as we saw last time, there's no goalies on the trade block. There's Baptiste, there's John Moore, there's Madison Bowie, there's Kyle Clutterbuck, Dennis Malgin, Robert Haig, Garrett Wilson, and Ian McCoshen. None of those guys I don't think are goaltenders. So, we're just going to go ahead here. And I think we need to acquire a goaltender in free agency because, as we saw before, there's not really any solid goaltenders in the draft. As we saw, if we take a look at filters and then go by position goaltenders, you can see the best ranked goaltender is at 45, Cameron Temple, and his scouting report isn't too favorable, only a 2-star future rating as a backup goaltender. He's got some good report card there, not great puck handling skills, but there's not really a whole lot of futures that we could consider there, so we're going to have to hope for the best in free agency, I suppose, and hope that, Devin Dubnyk is still there, because we saw that he was a pending UFA. So the Stars with the 3-2 win over the Predators, a 5-2 win for the Oilers over the Coyotes, a 2-1 win for the Jets over the Ducks, and a 4-2 win for the Blues over the Avalanche. Anything going on here does not look like it. Game against the Sabres, 4-2 victory. The goals by Carlson, Veleno back at it again, and then Panarin and Marchessault with the other goals for your Vegas Golden Knights. We are 34-20 and for second in the Western Conference currently. So again, we seem to be on automatic. So I'm satisfied with not making any trades. We're at the trade deadline right now. It's February 23rd. That's usually, as a matter of fact, it's 99.9% of the time, if not 100% of the time, the date of which the trade deadline is on. So let's just make sure of that. Where do I find that information? Trade deadline is league dates. The trade deadline is on, February 23rd. So we're at the trade deadline right now, but again, we're not making any trades. I don't feel the need to. We seem to have a solid team at the moment, so we're just going to keep going. And a game against the Ducks, 3-1 loss. That's unfortunate. Goal by Panarin. I mean, you're not going to stop Panarin ever, but that's the only thing we had going for us in that game. And unfortunately, it was against the 14th place Ducks, so that could have been an easy win, but it wasn't. Torrey Krug out for 10 days. Whatever that is, that's unfortunate. 10 days for Krug. Hogg out for a few days as well, so we're all of a sudden losing players left and right. Listed day-to-day with a dental injury. So, just put a face shield on him. Just put like a full face mask on him. He'll be fine. Assuming it's not a major injury, which it is not. So, we're good there. Is Lazaro back? Not quite. He should be back soon, though. We're going to have to get Darnell Nurse in there. Not on the first line, for sure. We're going to get Nurse in, and we'll put him on the third line. We'll get Hogg up on the first line, even though he's injured. He's fine. I don't think he'll get re-injured from that. So a 4-1 win for the Sharks over the Avalanche. Hogg resumes practice. Yeah, literally. Another one of those pointless injuries. Game against the Flames, 6-2 victory. Goals by Reiko Polkinen, Marchessault, Panarin, Carlson, Timu Polkinen, and Joe Veleno. Very nice. 35-21-4 now on the season are your Vegas Golden Knights after the trade deadline. Player of the week is Sidney Crosby. Defensive player of the week is Ben Hutton of the Vancouver Canucks. And hold on. We saw something there. New Golden Knights top points from a left winger. Artemi Panarin's 58 points is a new record from a left winger in the Vegas Golden Knights history. So that's pretty impressive right there. We all knew about Artemi Panarin's skill, though, so nothing too surprising. Nothing going on here. A 5-1 win for the Rangers over the Jets, and a 3-2 victory for your Golden Knights over the Canucks in a shootout. Both goals by Silverberg, and a shootout goals by Polkinen and Panarin. Which Polkinen is that? That would be Timu Polkinen on the shootout with the goal. to get us the 2 points. Very nice. And then we have, what's going on here? Lazar resumes practice. That's good. Nothing else going on here besides top points from a center. Joe Valeno's 61 points is a new record for a center in the Golden Knights franchise. So that is very nice as well. Let's get Alan Lazaro back in there. Removed from injured reserve. And we will take, you know what? We'll take Saboka out of there, honestly. we'll get Lazaro back in there. There you go. And has Fleury played a lot? Yeah, he's played quite a few games in a row there. We'll give him a little bit of a break. Get Condon in there. And we'll, as I said, we'll just try to go for the remainder of the season here in this video. We're only 16 minutes in, so I mean, it's not like I haven't gone longer before. So we'll just take it out through the rest of the season in this one. Juho Lamiko is the player of the month on the Panthers. He's 25 years of age. Rookie of the month is Jesper Lindgren on the Canucks. Offensive player of the month is Sidney Crosby, and defensive player of the month is Michael Neuwirth. There you go. A 5-1 win for the Avalanche over the Blackhawks. A 4-3 win for the Oilers over the Ducks. And a 3-2 win for the Rangers over the Maple Leafs. Board confidence update. They are pleased, and they still believe that James Neal would be a useful addition to the roster. I mean, at this point, probably not, just given that he has 3 years left on a $5 million deal. He's 33 years old. Looks like he's starting to drop off a little bit. I mean, he is having a pretty solid season in terms of points, but not average rating, so I'm not going after James Neal. A game against the Kings here, 6-4 loss. That's unfortunate. Goals by Veleno, Teemu Pukkanen, Veleno once again, and then Carlson. So Veleno is starting to really, really show his skill, and he looks to be a superstar for these Golden Knights. Marchessault is out for a few days, fractured jaw. That can be a major injury, but for the most part, it's not. So I think I'll just leave Marchessault in there. Again, have a face mask on him. He'll be fine. He's a warrior. Another game against the Kings. 4-2 victory this time. With two goals by Teemu Pukkanen, both assisted by Reiko. And then Carlson and Silverberg with the other goals. So yeah, we're just kind of on automatic here, waiting to see who we have in the playoffs. So we're gonna get this message every time Panarin and Veleno get a point now. So there's no point in really seeing those. We'll just check the stats at the end of the season. Again, we're on automatic, so there's no reason to really stop here, especially since I want to kind of just get through this video and get to the playoffs. Brent Burns is the player of the week. Evgeny Malkin is the offensive player of the week, and Brent Burns is also the defensive player of the week. Krug resumes practice, so we'll get him back in. Remove off the injured reserve, and we will take Darnell Nurse out of there. But only thing is Darnell... Okay. So Darnell Nurse is actually up to a 720 average rating now. So that's pretty impressive. I think... How's Hogg been doing recently? He hasn't been doing too hot, especially in that game against LA. Well, I mean, our entire team didn't do too well defensively in that game against LA, but... Who do I take out? I'm not taking out York. He's the future of this franchise offensively on the back end. I guess I'll scratch York, or not York, Hogg for a few games. I'll get Krug back in there where he belongs, and we'll also put him on the power play instead of Theodore. There you go. All right. Game against the Red Wings coming up on the 6th, and well, actually, is Fleury back in? No, he is not. Has he? Yeah, he's had 2 games of rest. We can get him back in there. It's been like a week since he's played anyway. All right, McAvoy has reached a career milestone. That's good for him. We are not focused on him, though. We are focused on your Golden Knights. 5-4 shootout win against the Red Wings. Reiko Pukkanen, assisted by Teemu Pukkanen. And then Marchessault, Panarin, and Smith with the goals. And then in the shootout, we have Krug and Teemu Pukkanen. Who else to solidify the 2 points? All right, let's see. Boychuk injury, shocker. Johnny Boychuk is out for 4 months with a UCL tear. John Tavares is out for 8 months with a torn ACL. Poor Islanders. 2 major injuries back-to-back against the Penguins on Saturday. That's unfortunate. I mean, jeez. John Tavares out for 8 months. Goodness. Matthew Tkachuk praised. New goal. Yeah. Marchessault resumes practice. I mean, no doubt about that. Again, that was just a minor injury there. So we are look to be back to full health here. Game against the Devils coming up. Let's view this one. First period, there you go. 3 goals in the first period by Krug, Lazaro, and Carlson. Second period, nothing doing. Third period, nothing doing either for the 3-0 shutout victory against the New Jersey Devils. 39-22-4 now are your Vegas Golden Knights. So we look to be pretty solid. What was those milestones there? Krug and Nurse. Krug's 2 points take him to a career milestone of 300 points, and Nurse has played in his 300th NHL game. Very nice. 4-3 win for the Maple Leafs over the Jets. A 4-0 win for the Hurricanes over the Stars. And what do we have here? A 4-0 victory for the Penguins over the Flames. 6-1 victory for the Oilers over the Coyotes. Nothing going on there. Game against the Blue Jackets. We win in overtime on goals by Timo Pulkkinen, Brandstrom, and Marchessault. Very nice. And we are now in first in the Western Conference. That is what I like to see. Yep, that's... We all know about Joe Veleno's point record. Nothing new about that. All right, March 12th against the Leafs. Player of the week is Tomas Tatar on the Red Wings. And defensive player of the week is Matt Murray. And 5-3 loss against the Maple Leafs with goals by Reichel Pulkkinen, Timo Pulkkinen, and Riley Smith. But unfortunately, we got scored on 5 times. As Marc-Andre Fleury is starting to show his age here, unfortunately. Zadina, blah, blah, blah. Top points scorer. Joe Veleno is the new franchise leading point scorer in a single season. 68 points for the Vegas Golden Knights is a new record among all skaters. So, yeah, he is definitely staying here for a long time. Game against the Lightning, and we win 2-1. Reichel Pulkkinen and Riley Smith with the goals. Timo Pulkkinen had a secondary assist on that as well. It's good to see. Miller suffers injury about a week with a sprained wrist. That's unfortunate. I'll avoid the IR there with him because he might be back sooner than a week, depending. Let's see his... Yeah, that's not a major injury, but still, we'll get York. Hogg some time in there. See how he does. He's a left defenseman, so I'll get him on the left. I'll put Nurse on the second pair of York. Devils with a 3-4 loss against the Blackhawks. A 4-2 win for the Canadiens over the Penguins. A 4-1 win for the Penguins over the Blues. And a 6-3 win for the Flames over the Islanders. And a game against the Flyers here. 2-3 loss. Goals by Veleno and Panarin. Assist by Timo Pulkkinen on I believe the Veleno goal I saw. But it was a loss there, so that's unfortunate. All right, 5-1 win for the Jets over the Predators. A 4-3 win for the Panthers over the Red Wings. And we have a 3-2 loss against the New Jersey Devils. 2 goals by Silverberg, both assisted by Marchessault and Veleno, but we cannot get the goal. And Jordan Eberle and Taylor Hall are reunited on the same team. Wow, okay. Now, let's see what's going on here. Game against the Jets on March 20th. Player of the week is Charlie Coyle. Defensive player of the week is John Klingberg of the Dallas Stars. Nothing going on here for your Vegas Golden Knights. 4-3 win for the Avalanche over the Predators. Nothing going on here. Game against the Jets, 5-1 victory. Marchessault, Smith, Carlson, Silverberg, and Lazaro with the goals. Brandstrom, I believe, with at least 3 assists there, I saw. So that's pretty good for him. Nothing going on here. Flames scouting completed. Game against the Flames coming up here. Let's see. 4-1 victory. Riley Smith, Reichel Pulkkinen, and Artemi Panarin with the goals for your Vegas Golden Knights in a 4-1 victory. And Timo Pulkkinen with yet another assist. So he's getting those points. Still 43 points on the season. So he's definitely tearing up here towards the end of the season. As we are in the last, I would say, how many games is that left? 4. Last 10 games of the season. Colin Miller is back from his sprained wrist. So let's get him in. if we can. Yeah, we'll take Darnell Nurse out because he's dropped back down to it. 686. Get Miller in. Boom. Right there. Okay. Blues' new head coach. And now with their new head coach, they win 4-3 against the Stars. 4-3 win for the Lightning over the Blackhawks, and a 5-4 win for the Senators over the Blue Jackets. Trevor Lewis's jersey retired by the Kings. 724 games and 172 points. So that must be because he has been a loyal player, I suppose. I don't know why they're retiring Trevor Lewis, to be honest, but that's, I mean, fair, I guess. If you want to do that, then go right ahead. Not my franchise. A 5-1 win for the Golden Knights over the Canucks. Panarin, Marchessault, York, Fashing, and Marchessault with the goals. So we keep on scoring, and we keep on being in first place. So let's just keep that going for the rest of the season and hope we carry it into the playoffs. 5-2 win for the Flames over the Ducks. A 4-3 win for the Sabres over the Penguins. Patrick Monahan is injured with facet syndrome. Okay, that's unfortunate for him. And Jonathan Huberdeau is the player of the week. And defensive player of the week, Aaron Ekblad. So the Panthers have been on a tear, apparently. Game against the Sharks, 6-2 victory. Goals by Karlsson, Brandstrom, Panarin, Timo Pulkkinen, Brandstrom, and Riley Smith. Very nice. 5-2 victory for I didn't see the team in time. I always look at the score first. 4-2 victory for the Blues, I believe I saw. It's going fast now. A shutout against the Predators. That is, I believe, the first time we've been shut out in a very long time. If not the whole season, then definitely in a long time. And the simulation's all of a sudden going very fast, so I can't even see these games here. 4-1 win for the Devils. 5-1 win for the Stars over the Blackhawks, and a 4-3 win for the Oilers over the Ducks. And the Golden Knights with a 4-2 victory over the Predators. Goals by Karlsson, Riley Smith, Lazaro, and Riley Smith. Do we have another Smith on our team? Is that why it's... Because it keeps showing R. Smith. Do we have another Smith somewhere? Riley Smith. No, we do not have another Smith. Where? So why is it saying R. Smith all the time? I mean, unless we've just been facing teams that have other Smiths on them, I suppose. Because I don't think there's any other Smith in our organization. Let's just check this real quick. I don't see any other Smith, so I mean, it's a bit curious right there. I guess there's just a lot of Smiths around the league now. 6-2 win for the Blackhawks over the Jets. 4-3 win for the Stars over the Senators. And a 4-3 win for the Oilers over the Blue Jackets. 3-1 win for the Flyers over the Blues. Woo, got 4. And Mike Foligno's contract is up as a scout. I won't renew that just yet. Wild qualify. Gallant's contract, definitely got to renew him. He's been solid as a head coach. Golden Knights players expiring. Dosty will not renew him. Duke will not renew him. He's been terrible this year in the AHL. Marchessault, yeah, I think I should probably renew him given how well he simulates here. He would like to test the free agent market, but he's willing to listen to our offers. So 5.6. I'll hold off on Marchessault then. Darnell Nurse, I don't think I'll be re-signing him. William Karlsson, I would like to re-sign him. 3.7 is his current contract, and then a 7.12 average rating, 54 points in 67 games. Yeah, we'll renew his contract. He wants $22 million over the next 6 years. Yeah, I mean he's pretty much on the same contract as before in terms of salary. Let's just make sure of his age, 28. So a 6-year contract would take him to 34. Let's try to get him down a little bit towards the end of his contract to 3.5, just to, give us a little bit of breathing room if we take the GM mode that far, and then a signing bonus of 60,000. Bonuses, nothing. All right, good. There we go. And Mike Condon, I mean, he's been pretty solid, and we might need him to replace Flower next year if need be. So if he wants, he doesn't want a cheap contract though. He wants like 2.6. So I'll hold off on Condon for right now. And Hudson Fashing, what does he want? He has 692 so far this season. So that's not his best showing. He wants 2.5. I'll hold off on Fashing. So Carlson is the only player we approached there. I would like to sign Marchessault, but in case he changes his mind over the course of the playoffs, I don't want to offer his contract at the moment. Player of the month is Charlie Coyle. Rookie of the month is Chase McLean of the Oilers. And then the offensive player of the month is Charlie Coyle. Defensive player of the month, Marc-Andre Fleury, my guy. He's retiring this year, and he gets honorary defensive player of the month for March, I should say, going into April. So, I mean, good award for him going on out, but we have yet to finish the season, and of course we are vying for I was about to say President's Trophy, but it does not appear like it, as the Lightning are at 109 points, and I don't think we're catching that. So, no, I as a matter of fact, I don't think we can even mathematically catch that at this point. But still, we're going for the real prize, which is the Stanley Cup, and that'll be the real kicker to end off Marc-Andre Fleury's career. So a 6-3 loss against the Coyotes. You hate to see that. Goals by Panarin, Suzuki, and Theodore for your Vegas Golden Knights, but unfortunately just cannot outscore those Coyotes as they dominated us. York suffers injury for 10 days with anterior knee pain. That's unfortunate for him, as contracts expiring, some more contracts. Dylan Coughlin, not going to re-sign him. Dylan Ferguson, I mean, no, I'm not going to re-sign him either. Hogg, I'll wait on him for right now. Eric Brandstrom, he's been solid. Yeah, he's been solid. I want to see if we can re-sign Brandstrom here. Does not wish to negotiate. Okay. So usually players don't want to negotiate at this time of season. So, I mean, some do, but most don't. So, I mean, that's understandable. Board confidence update. They're pleased. Golden Knights top point scorer, Panarin, 75 points. So he has outscored Joe Veleno in the last part of the season here, as we are going to send the scout back out, as they appear to be done with the draft. Currently, Barclay Parnetta is done, so we'll send him back out to the draft. And then Gendron, who is he scouting? He was scouting the AHL affiliate, the Wolves. Page 6, I believe. Chicago Wolves. There you go. Scout team. And who else? Scott Lucet scouting the Golden Knights. So we'll scout our own team once more. And that is about it. All right, let's finish off the season here. And then we will check the stats and call it an episode. And we'll get to the playoffs in the next one. 4-3 win for the Red Wings over the Bruins. Devils will qualify for the playoffs. Nothing new for us there. A 5-2 loss over the Avalanche. Goals by Panarin and Veleno. So you know what? Flower might be getting tired at this point, so I'm going to give him a quick rest before the playoffs start, because we don't need him getting... Oh, yeah. Yep, we do not need him falling apart in the playoffs there. So we'll start Condon for 3 out of the next 4 games, and then we'll give Flower the last home game, well, which is this game right here against the Sharks. So you know what? I'll get Flower in there for this last home game, and then we'll play Condon for the 3 away games that we have, and then we'll start Flower in the playoffs. So, final home game for Marc-Andre Fleury against the 28-47-3 Sharks. Please do not lose this one, boys. This is an important game for Marc-Andre Fleury. First period, there you go. Carlson and Silverberg with the goals. Second period, goal by Tomas Hertl of the San Jose Sharks. Third period, yikes. All right, so we lost Marc-Andre Fleury's last home game. That's unfortunate. Wanted it to be something for him to remember, but not good. All right, so we'll get Flower out of there. We'll get Condon in for the rest of the regular season, and then we'll start Flower in the playoffs so that he's all rested up, because we do not need him going down with an injury. That's for sure, especially in his last season. Don't want him to be riding off into the sunset with an injured hamstring or something. You know, 5-1 win over the Canucks. Silverberg, Panarin, Marchessault, Reichel, Polkinen, and Panarin with the goals against the Canucks. 47-23 48-5 currently, so we can get up to 49 wins at most this year. But hey, that's still a very good season. It's not the season we had last year for sure. We didn't. We probably have not gotten the President's Trophy. As a matter of fact, we have definitely have not. Yeah, no, that belongs to the Lightning this year. But it's still a very good year. We are first currently in the Western Conference, and that continues to stay the same, with goals by Carrier and Marchessault in regulation, and then Panarin and Teemu Pukkanen with the goals in the shootout. So there we go. 48-28-5 currently. Svetlov suffers injury. It must be one of our prospects. Rotator cuff strain. That's unfortunate for him. 5-1 win for the Ducks over the Blues. One more regular season game against the Flames. Let's view it. First period. Oh my. Goals by Reichel Pukkanen, Fasching, Marchessault, and Teemu Pukkanen. Teemu Pukkanen with the assist on Reichel's goal as well. Second period. Goal by Suzuki. Assist by Teemu Pukkanen. Third period. Goal by Carlson. Assist by Reichel Pukkanen. Very nice. Okay, so we finished the season 49-28-5. So let's see who we have in the playoffs now. And we are going to be facing the Los Angeles Kings. Good to see. So York resumes practice. That's also good to see. We will get him back in on the roster. And we will... Who will we be taking out here? Let's check the regular season scope. We'll take out... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. We had 5 defensemen dressed. I guess we never replaced Nurse in there, so we'll just put York back in. It's not a problem. So we apparently have been playing with 5 defensemen over the past week or so. Let's check the stats out. Now let's check goalie stats first and foremost. Marc-Andre Fleury in his final regular season in the NHL with an .897 save percentage, 3 shutouts, and a .731 average rating. That's what I'm talking about. Again, for those of you who aren't familiar with this game, .897 isn't that bad, especially when you have a team like an offensive team like this, and when you're in first place. Mike Condon with an .894 save percentage, .710 average rating. He did well filling in for Fleury when he got injured, and even for Maxim Zhukov when he was not performing well as the backup goaltender. Defensively, Eric Brandstrom with 45 points, Krug with 43, Theodore with 38, Miller with 31, York with 24 in his first full NHL season. So there you go. .705 average rating for him. Hogg with 22 points. So all of our defensemen seem to be capable of scoring points. So that's good. Darnell Nurse with 4 points as well in 14 games played. Every defenseman on our roster was a plus or even. So that's good. Krug was a plus 35. Theodore plus 35. So that pairing is phenomenal. Defensively, York with a plus 16, Miller with a plus 12, Brandstrom plus 6, Darnell Nurse plus 2, and then Hogg is a even 0. York with 38 penalty minutes, but that's the most about it. Any defenseman. Shots, Torrey Krug with 159 shooting percentage, Brandstrom with a 6.9, and average rating, Krug with 750, Theodore 727, Brandstrom with a 722, Miller with a 719, York with a 705, Hogg with a 696, and Nurse with a 686. Forward-wise, we have Artemi Panarin with 79 points in 82 games played, 40 goals, with a 788 average rating. That's impressive for him. I mean, not that I'm surprised anyway. Joe Veleno with a breakout year in the Golden Knights organization, 76 points in 82 games, 31 goals and 45 assists. 729 average rating, and a shooting percentage of 20.9. He's insane. Marchessault with 65 points, 30 goals as well. Riley Smith with 62, 40 assists. William Karlsson with 59 points, 25 goals, 34 assists. Jacob Silfverberg with 52 points in 82 games. Pretty solid season for him. Teemu Pukkanen with 47 points, so not as good of a season as he had last year. But still, I mean, last year you can make the argument he was playing with Joe Veleno, so because Veleno was on the 4th line last year to help his development, and boy, did it certainly help. But Teemu Pukkanen, still a very solid season, especially because he was on the 4th line still for the majority of the season. So I mean, like 47 points on the 4th line, that's still nothing to sneeze at. Not as good, obviously not as good as last year, but still very good season for Teemu Pukkanen. Reiko Pokinen with 31 points in his rookie campaign. So in 73 games, I mean, he's pretty solid. All around pretty solid right there. William Carrier and Alan Lazaro with 27 points each. Hudson Fasching with 23. Suzuki with 16 in 42 games. And Saboka with 6. Plus minus, Smith with 39. Panarin with 38. Carlson with 27. Silverberg and Veleno with plus 21. Marchessault with a plus 14. Suzuki with a plus 12. Timo Pulkkinen with a plus 8. William Carrier plus 3, and then everyone else is a minus. Reiko Pulkkinen with a minus 2. Same thing for Saboka. Lazaro minus 5, and then Fasching minus 11. Yikes. Penalty minutes, no more than 44 for Marchessault. And then Panarin with 293 shots on the net. Riley Smith with 258. Marchessault with 230. Silverberg with 178. Reiko Pulkkinen with 156. Carlson with 148. Same thing with Timo Pulkkinen. Same thing with Joe Veleno, actually. William Carrier with 96. Fasching with 79. All right, that's good enough for that. Joe Veleno with a 20.9 shooting percentage. And Alan Lazar with an 18.2 on 44 shots. Pretty good for him. 16.9 on 148 shots for William Karlsson. Okay. And then average ratings. Panarin with a 788. Marchessault with a 759. Smith with a 755. Silverberg with a 744. Veleno with a 729. Reiko Pulkkinen with 722. Timo Pulkkinen with a 719. Let's see. William Karlsson with a 715, and then it trails off a little bit after that. William Carrier and Hudson Fasching with a 695 each. Alan Lazaro with a 655. Suzuki with a 648, and then Saboka 628. So that is about it for this one. Let's actually, before we end it off, let's check out the AHL stats. Oh my goodness. Carl Forss kept up the pace all year. 57 goals in 64 games at the AHL level. My goodness. Carl Forss, what a guy. 5-star current rating. He's definitely ready for next year. My goodness. What a stud. Number 13 as well. Rocking the lucky number there. 57 goals. Jesus Christ. That's not even a full season in the AHL either. He missed like 12 games in the AHL because of the 9 games he played with the Golden Knights. So if he played the full season down there in the AHL, he very well could have gotten to like 65 goals. Oh my goodness. Average rating of 761. Shooting percentage of 19.2. 297 shots. What a stud. Carl Forss, what a gem. When did we draft him again? We drafted him in round number 2. 47th overall in the 2019 draft. What a pick. Jeez. All right, so that's about it for this one. I'll leave you guys off there. And in the next one, we'll get to the playoffs. Year 4 playoffs. The final playoffs of Marc-Andre Fleury's career against the LA Kings. And I'll see you guys in the next one.